We all have super rare shiny Pokemon we use to flex on our friends or in gyms, but have you ever wondered what the most rare shinies are? I'm talking about only a handful that exist in the world. Shiny Pokemon that were only available for a couple of days or even minutes. Today we look at some of the rarest shiny Pokemon in Pokemon GO history. Like the literal #1 rarest shiny that has ever existed in the history of the game. Shiny Detective Pikachu. Detective Hat Pikachu is one of Pokemon GO's rarest Pokemon ever. Just the normal one, not even the shiny one. The shiny version though was believed to be fake, because it was technically impossible to get. Detective Hat Pikachu was released in snapshot encounters only during the Detective Pikachu event that helped promote the new Ryan Reynolds movie. You know, the one with Mr. Mime and Lickitung out of Your Nightmares? This event happened back in 2019 from May 7th to 17th, and you could only get one single Detective Pikachu encounter per day from the snapshots. Which was shiny locked, might I add. You could not get the shiny. It wasn't real. The shiny wasn't real. Until some super crafty 9,000 IQ trainers found a way to glitch the rarest shiny Pokemon in the world. Since this was a photobomb encounter, you could technically take a snapshot of a Pokemon, spawn the Detective Pikachu, and wait a minute or two before catching it. So 1 minute before the event ended on May 17th, a couple of trainers took a snapshot of a Detective Pikachu and let it sit. Once the event ended, they clicked and encountered their Detective Hat Pikachu and did the impossible. Found the shiny. You would technically only have a single 1 in 450 chance to get this shiny version of Pikachu. But since the event was technically over and shiny Pikachu was enabled again, it was possible. Only a few players worldwide have this shiny, and I only have 2 non-shinies in my entire account. Unknown is one of the rarest Pokemon in the game due to its near impossible wild spawn rates. I've played since the game has been released, and I have never once found a legit wild Unknown. And what could be more rare than an Unknown? A shiny one, of course. But Shiny Unknown, especially recently, has been featured in tons of Pokemon Go Fest and Safari Zone events. They're rare, but a ton of people have them, except for one. In November of 2020, during an ongoing pandemic, there was a really weird and interesting Pokemon Go event that happened in only 3 cities worldwide. For $5 USD, trainers in only 3 cities could participate in a special event and possibly encounter the rarest shiny Unknown in the world, Shiny Unknown Sea. These cities included Tainan, Taiwan, Auckland, New Zealand, and Busan, South Korea. The event lasted 8 hours, and the only way to get the special event spawns, including Unknown Sea, was through incense. And reports from trainers who completed the event came in, and they were not happy. Shiny rates were low, unknown spawn rates even lower, just simply not worth the $5. But some very, very lucky trainers were actually able to catch themselves a Shiny Unknown Sea. And to my knowledge, this was the first and only time this Shiny Unknown has been available in Pokemon Go. Funny enough, I actually have a handful of Unknown Sea caught back in 2018 in Taiwan. But this was unfortunately before the shiny was released. Another shiny that has only been available once was brought to us from the snowy skies from Santa Claus himself. The 2019 holiday event brought for the first and only time a new costume Pichu that is known as one of the rarest, Shiny Beaniepichu. Now really any shiny baby Pokemon is super rare because eggs are a scam, but shiny costume baby Pokemon are not only egg locked, they've also got a short time limit on them. And hatching a specific shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Go is super difficult because there's no breeding yet in the game. So if you want a specific shiny baby, you're gonna have to pray for it. During this 2019 holiday event, we got Beaniepichu and Pikachu for the first time. Also available shiny. Pikachu was a bit easier to get because it was not only in the wild but also in the field research, but Pichu was only available in the 7-kilometer eggs. Yet not even the 2Ks, the 7Ks. This made it even more difficult to get because you could only open up so many gifts in a day and you could only receive so many 7-kilometer eggs in a day. Not to mention this holiday event only lasted 7 days and Beaniepichu has never returned, making Shiny Beanie Hat Pichu one of the rarest shiny Pokemon to this day. I only have 1 non-shiny Beanie Hat Pichu in my inventory, and I will never transfer this gem. The 2021 Valentine's Day event created more than just love, it created the rarest shiny Spinda form available. Spinda has 9 different designs, and the 9th design being the Heart design. Heart Spinda was released in 2019 with its shiny debuting in 2021. And there's a really cool Easter egg with the shiny. The heart on the shiny is broken. Shiny Spinda is so extremely rare because you can only get it if you are lucky enough to find the field research task, make 5 great curveball throws in a row. And Shiny Spinda 9 has only been available twice, during the Valentine's Day 2021 event, which lasted 5 days, and the Valentine's Day 2022 event, which also lasted 5 days. Which means Shiny Heart Spinda has only been encounterable for 10 days ever. I don't even have one, and I degen this game. And quite frankly, it breaks my heart. Subscribe if you enjoy. GoFest, aka the biggest event of the year, has sometimes brought more than it's promised. Back in 2019, which was one of the best events ever by the way, in Chicago, a shiny Pokemon was accidentally released, then disabled about an hour after. It was the one and only GoFest shiny Abra, and when people realized that it was happening, they rushed over to the Abra spawns. But only a couple of lucky trainers were able to catch the first ever accidentally released shiny Abra. I, unfortunately, was not one of those trainers. And even though it since has had a community day and plenty of events, the OG shiny will always be a huge part of Pokemon GO shiny Pokemon history. The next one really annoys me because I went obscenely hard for it. And I didn't get the shiny, but I got the hundo. Arguably the best costume Pokemon ever released was the Halloween 2020 Gengar. I mean, just look at it. It's fire, and it's rare. And I mean rare. Like you need a chainsaw to cut through the steak rare. This costume was available for 10 days in 2020 and never came back. It was also made even harder to get because it was a raid-only Pokemon. There was no way to evolve Ghastly into Gengar during this event. If you wanted the costume, you had to battle the 3-star raid. And shiny rates from 3-star raids are roughly 1 in 64. Maybe worse. So even if you used your daily free raid pass every day during this event, it would still take you an average of at least $50 to maybe get the shiny. And I spent probably over $100 on this and was left with no shiny. But I did get this, which I'm still pretty happy about, and it's technically more rare than the shiny, which is cool. Safe to say, not many people have this shiny Pokemon, and as the years go by, it will only get more rare. I make this same exact video whenever this next shiny Pokemon is available, and it goes something like this. Catch it while it's here! Shiny Meltan, although many people have it, is by far one of Pokemon GO's most exclusive shiny Pokemon, and actually a very useful one. Meltan was released back in 2018, and you can encounter it to this day whenever you want, by simply transferring a Pokemon from Pokemon GO to Pokemon Home. Its shiny, though, is another story. Shiny Meltan was released in 2019 as part of a special event, but then, unlike any other Pokemon in Pokemon GO, it had its shiny turned off. Typically when a shiny is released, its shiny stays available forever. But not Meltan. Shiny Meltan is the ultimate hype and marketing tool for Pokemon GO. Whenever they re-release it, they do it strategically because they know people will come back and play for it. Shiny Meltan has only ever been available twice in 2019, once in 2020, once in 2021, and once in 2022 for a grand total of about 71 days ever. It only comes around roughly once per year for an average of around 7 days. And it's made even more difficult to get by the fact that you can only use the mystery box once every 3 days typically when this thing comes out shiny during a special event. I only have 3 shinies from the 4 years that it's been available in Pokemon GO. But it is luckily a shiny Pokemon that we will see pretty much every single year moving forward in Pokemon GO, but that doesn't make it less difficult to get. This next Pokemon is honestly driving me insane because I know it exists, I just can't find any proof. No, I can find proof, there's just no mention of it anywhere. In August of 2019, there was a special gift event that introduced my favorite Pokemon in the entire world. Shiny Bonsly and Shiny Sudowoodo. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Easter egg that was Ash Hat Pichu. This gift event was cool because you could get 2-kilometer eggs from opening gifts, which would usually give you 7-kilometer eggs. And these 2-kilometer eggs were absolutely filled with shiny baby Pokemon, including Pichu. But not Ash Hat Pichu, that was not announced. But during the event, people were hatching Ash Hat Pichu, which apparently only happened because of a separate event that was sort of happening at the same time. From August 5th to August 12th, 2019, all of the previous Hat Pikachu were spawning globally in the wild to celebrate the final GoFest event of 2019. This overlapped with the gift event that was happening from August 5th to the 19th. So the Pichu hatching from these gift event 2-kilometer eggs were actually Ash Hat Pichu and not normal Pichu. And for the first time ever, it was available shiny. Although when scouring the internet, I can't find any mentions of this freaking shiny, but there is proof that exists that it exists. And if I go into my inventory, I do have an Ash Hat Pichu from August of 2019 that was from a 2-kilometer egg received from Macau, China. That's from Reese, by the way. Thank you, Reese. Which proves that this Pichu was real and hatching from these eggs at the time. I guess it was just that rare. And if you have any of these insane shiny Pokemon, make sure to let me know in the comments, subscribe if you enjoyed, and check out the other 2 videos on screen. See you in there.